The Constitutional Court today decided on how many signatures need to be gathered to petition a referendum. Just over 404,000 signatures of Croatian citizens with residence in the country is the requirement. This follows a controversy over whether a recent petition to change electoral law, held by the initiative called In the Name of the Family, has enough support to call a poll. The initiative gathered just under 381,000 signatures. At today's cabinet session, Prime Minister Zoran Milanovic reminded ministers that they must decide by the end of this year on how to curb salary increases for top state officials. Changes to the law on income tax that come into effect in January, with the aim of easing the tax burden on the middle class, would result in slightly higher salaries for officials too. In Parliament this morning, Đuro Glogoški, the leader of the Disabled Veterans Association behind the ongoing protest outside the Veterans Ministry in Zagreb, requested that the Parliamentary Committee for War Veterans seek a special session to discuss the constitutional law on their rights. The group wants amendments to the law on pension insurance to be reviewed. Turning to cultural news, the National Theatre and Opera House in Zagreb finally has 3 new directors. Dubravka Vrgoč has officially been appointed as theatre director, while Nikša Bareza will lead the opera. Ballet artist Leonard Jakovina will be leaving Berlin to head the National Ballet. One of Ireland's most well-known contemporary writers, Colm Tóibín, was in Zagreb yesterday night, where he took part in the literary discussion series, Europe in the Courtyard. He presented the Croatian translation of one of his recent works, The Testament of Mary.
The Testament of Mary looks at Mary as a human being, not as the Queen of Heaven, but as an old woman who is angry, who is intelligent, who is traumatized, who has a great deal to say, and who has been really through the most extraordinary experience when we think about it.
In sport, today in UEFA Europa League football, Zagreb's Dinamo plays host to Scottish side Celtic tonight at 7 p.m. However, Dinamo is already out of the competition. Meanwhile, Rijeka has left for Spain, where they face Sevilla and need a win to advance. Kick-off is at 9:05 p.m. The weather this afternoon: partly sunny, especially in the west, cloudier in the east and south. Winds on the Adriatic, light, a moderate northwesterly on the open sea. Temperatures from 2 to 5 degrees Celsius in the interior, 10 to 14 along the coast, and up to 16 degrees in the south. Tomorrow will see colder conditions with lingering fog. Saturday will be cloudy with a southwesterly bringing light rain to the northwest and to other parts of the country on Sunday. A windy weekend is ahead on the Adriatic, with a southwesterly and southeasterly taking over from tomorrow's Bura wind. Intermittent rain is expected in the north.